Hello everyone and welcome back to another Sunny Adventures video. In the previous video we showed you how we installed rock and roll hinges so that we could sleep in the van. However, I think we could use a little bit more comfort, so in this video we aim to fix that by making the cushions. The foam mattresses came in, so we're gonna sleep very comfortably soon. And we also got the fabric. For the foam we used the method of just buying the size that we needed. So we needed 3 different pieces of foam, one for sitting, one for the back and one in the back of the van. For the type of foam we chose a polyurethane that is quite sturdy, so that we wouldn't have our hips lying on the bottom floor of the van, which is a bit more comfortable than the old cushions that we have, for which we needed an extra top layer mattress. So a small recap, I really wanted a navy blue and Joost really wanted a dark green. I think that blue would look better and Joost thinks that green will look better. So let's see what we got in the end. As true Dutchies, we compromised in the end. This fabric has tints of green, it has blue and it has yellow in it. I think that Joost still won because yellow and blue from a distance looks a little bit like green and it already has green in there, so... So with that in, we also needed to do some more work for the wood to attach them to the hinges. We got some rivet nuts, I think they're called, to attach the wood to the hinges. That way, when the foam is on, we don't need to be able to reach both sides of the wood to attach them to these hinges. We also thought of a few other quality of life improvements, which is how are we going to open the bed. So we made some handles or grips so that we could pull the bed out to make it a bed instead of a couch. For a final touch we also lacquered them, so we took them home so that we could work on the sewing of the fabric to the foam, but the wood also came home with us so that we could lacquer it properly to avoid maintenance in the future. Ta-da! Now onto this big sewing / upholstery project. Well, let's see how that will go for us. In order to protect both the foam and the fabric, we attach this sort of tricot sleeve to the foam. It will help the fabric glide more easily over the foam and it will also protect both materials. For the finishing touch we did cut the sleeve and we also made a cut in the foam so that we could get rid of all the leftover sleeve or material that was there. Then in order to see if it would still fit, we placed the wood on top of the foam and we did some sort of a try-out run with the fabric that we had to see if we needed to attach an extra bit or that it was wide enough as it were. Well, it could have been slightly wider, but we managed to work with this size. One other thing that we almost forgot about is that the hinge put a lot of pressure onto the foam, so we made a slight cutout in order to make it fit a bit easier. Okay, the first step of covering the foam is now complete, so the next step would be to get some fabric on there. For that I brought my trusty sewing machine. It is an old one. I hope it can take it. It should be able to, otherwise it will be a great excuse for a new one. I do have some sewing experience with clothing. I have never sewn with a fabric this thick. The next step is to check how are we going to do that in a way that looks really nice. We're gonna find out. In this case, the width of the fabric is not exactly a precise art, as we're going to attach everything to the wood. But in order to make the work for me a little bit easier, I just cut off a piece to start working with. I did want to have the foam exactly in the middle, because there was not a lot of room for error in this case, so this is why I'm trying to line it up as perfectly as possible. In order to sew it into a box shape, you have to make some cuts near the corners so that if you attach the leftover pieces together, they will naturally fall into a shape of, well, a box, which is what we want. And then lastly, we also need to leave a little bit of seam allowance so that if you attach them together, you have some space to work with. Alright, now before I'm about to go and ruin the fabric, I am gonna test out how my sewing machine will handle this. It feels like a lot of layers, so I'm very curious. 3 layers, here we go. Doesn't look like it has much problems with it. Now let's see what happens if I layer it up. Will it ever do 4? I love my sewing machine. It can do everything. 4 layers thick, not a problem. Good. I'm thinking that first I'm gonna do a zigzag stitch, just to make sure the edges don't fray as much. Alright, let's try a first fit to see how it all fits together. So far, so good. But it does seem to be slightly roomy, so in the end I did make it slightly smaller. In order to attach it to the wood, we just stapled it. And the second sleeve fits similarly, so I also shaped it similarly. The most tricky part of this endeavor were the corners. We didn't quite know how to fold them. Yeah, they're behind the hinges, so you don't really see it in the end, but they could have been a bit neater. Now for the final piece, which is the mattress above the engine, I didn't have a large enough zipper yet, which I would use in order to finish this neatly. So for now I went for a simpler route, which is basically sewing a huge sleeve to cover the mattress for now. We can use it like this and go on holiday, which is coming up soon. We got immediate approval from our cat Kiwi, which is nice. Now for the next tricky part is installing the mattresses into the van. We of course had the hinges and we made the holes into the wood, But with the fabric covering them, we had to refine those holes that we created and make sure that we could screw something through it. How we approached that is that we found the holes that we knew were there and we could still see, and with the other ones we tried to cut holes from this position into the fabric so that the bolts would pass through them. Unfortunately for us, they didn't do that out of the box, so we also used some tools to widen the holes so that we could attach the bolts this time properly. We chose to start with the bottom one because that seemed like the easiest one, and I think that is the easiest one, and therefore I would recommend the next time to start with the backrest, which is slightly hard to attach because it gets pushed away from the holes by the bottom seat. We did manage in the end, so now we have a fully upholstered sofa bed for our van. And what do you know, lucky us, it actually works without any problems, without redoing anything, which is nice for a change. So we are very happy that this all worked out, and we can't wait to try this out for our first trip. We also have a kitchen to build still, which is the next thing that is on our planning. So thank you for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video where we get to the kitchen and hopefully go on a trip.